Two tales, just to close the evening with. And the first is probably the oldest story that's ever got written down in Cornish. It's about 2,500 years old in the form in which we know it. It's found in the Ordinalia, written in Canoic, of course. And it's a story from the Bible. At least it's a story that you think perhaps ought to be in the Bible. But if you look there, you won't find it. If you read the Midrash, or you get someone to tell you the Midrash, you won't find it. The only place you'll find it is in old Coptic Bibles. So it's pretty ancient. And amazingly and wonderfully, it's been preserved in Cornwall. Jolly good, I say. And this tale concerns Adam. Adam, the one who with his wife Eve was thrown from the Garden of Eden. Adam who had broken God's commandments and had eaten the fruit of the tree of knowledge. Adam who had been sent from the garden, who had walked and walked, his feet burning the very ground he stood upon as he looked for another place to rest his head. Well, you know the tale, and you know that he and Eve went on to have fine sons. And one of those sons was Seth. And Seth was the son that Adam held closest to his bosom. And Adam was now an old man. Adam was nearing death. And he thought to himself, what will become of me? What will be the consequence of all that I have done? And so he called his favourite son, Seth, he said, go back to the garden. Go back to the garden. There you will find it's guarded by an angel. Ask that angel for me, if when I die, I will receive the oil of mercy, the forgiveness of my God. Seth said, how do I know where to go? How do I know what to say? Go, said Adam. And so Seth set out. And he found the road easy to follow because there were the footprints of Adam and Eve burned into the very ground. He walked and he walked and he walked. And after 7 days, he found himself at the garden. And guarding that place, there was the most fearsome angel you have ever seen, with a sword that blazed with fire. And Seth plucked up every ounce of courage that he had. He went and spoke to the angel. I am Seth, son of Adam. I have come to ask if my father at his end will receive the oil of mercy of his God. And the angel said, Seth, over there is the gate of the garden. You may open it. You may look inside. You must open it. You must look inside. Look and tell me what you see. So Seth made his way to the gate. He opened it. He looked inside. And there he saw the tree of knowledge. What do you see, Seth? Said the angel. And Seth said, I can see a great tree. It stretches from heaven right down to hell. But the tree, it must be dying. The bark is stripped from it. It cannot be the tree that my father saw. And the angel said, Seth, you have not looked well. Go back to the gate. Tell me again what you see. So Seth once again went back to the gate. He opened it. He looked inside. He stared at that tree. And in the branches, there he saw a serpent. He remembered the legends of old. What do you see, Seth? Said the angel. I see a serpent. Is that all? That is all, said Seth. You have not looked well, said the angel. You may look one last time, for 3 times is all you will be granted. So Seth went back once again. He opened the gate. He looked at the tree. He stared at it. He focused his eyes, and there in the branches he saw a child wrapped in swaddling clothes, bound there in the tree. What do you see, Seth? Said the angel. I see a child. I see a newborn baby in swaddling clothes, held in the branches of the tree. You have seen well, Seth, said the angel. That child is the oil of mercy. That child will be the redemption of your father and all his offspring, and their offspring, and their offspring for all generations to come. You may go and tell your father, but know that when you reach home, he will only have 3 days. Seth made to go, and as he turned, the angel said, take this with you. And into his hand he put 3 seeds. 3 seeds that had fallen from an apple many, many years before. Take these seeds, and when your father dies, you will know what you have to do. And so, with the precious seeds clutched in his hand, he made his way home. As he walked on that same road he'd followed before, he saw the grass was starting to grow through those burned footprints. When he got home, he spoke to his father. I have seen the angel. I've seen the oil of mercy. You will receive that oil, and so will your children and their children and their children for all time. And Adam smiled. 3 days later, he was dead. And then Seth remembered the seeds. And at once he knew what he had to do. He took the seeds and he placed them on his father's tongue. And as he watched, through his father's smile, there grew shoots from that fruit of the tree of knowledge. It grew through his mouth, through his ears, his nostrils, his eyes. The image of a man at peace with his Maker, who's been given the seeds of the tree of knowledge. And that symbol was known to people in this land 500 years ago. They carved that symbol in their cathedrals, in their churches. People now call it the Green Man because they don't know the story. But I know, and now you know, that that is not only the image of the Green Man, it's the image of the first gardener as well.